Hello and welcome to the G3 Pulse podcast. My guest today is Adam Goldberg, CEO of American restaurant chain Rock and Brews. Adam, welcome to the podcast.
Great to see you.
Adam, I introduced Rock and Brews as an American restaurant chain, but there's much more to the offer than that, especially in regards to Rock and Brews ties to casinos in the US. So for our gaming audience, could you give a bit of background and just explain a little bit of that synergy as well?
Absolutely. So Rock and Brews has now been around 13 years, starting as brick and mortar, we call it, freestanding large experiences, starting in El Segundo, California, just outside of Los Angeles, just south of Los Angeles Airport, which brings us to our second experience, which was put into LAX Airport Terminal 5, adding another one later in Terminal 1. We then expanded across the United States with these freestanding units. Going throughout California, into Texas, into Florida. We're now in Wisconsin, Kansas City. So we've made our way across now with 25 units. But what has been really a real big area for us in our growth, especially the last 3 years, has been in the casino business and specifically working with Indian tribal casinos here in the United States.
Okay, it's been a year since I think you spoke to G3, you spoke to our editor Will. What's been the story for Rock and Brew specifically over the last kind of 12-month period?
Sure. Well, the story has been growth, and we've really been accelerating within the casino business. Not only do we have more than a handful in development right now to open in 2025, but in the last 12 months. We have opened with the Potawatomi tribe in Milwaukee. That unit has done extremely well in a beautiful new facility and part of a big remodel they did. That we have done a second one with them in Carter, Wisconsin, which is about 3 hours north in Forest County. We then opened another one called A Casino with the College tribe up in Washington State, about 25 minutes outside of Portland. And then we continued on with opening in San Antonio, Texas. We also opened in Grapevine, Texas, just outside of Dallas, which put a second one there. Additionally, what's really exciting is we just broke ground with in Wyandotte with the Eastern Shawnee tribe, which will be open at first quarter of 2025. And we put an expansion on the Rock and Brews Casino, which is in Bremen, Oklahoma, which is really exciting because the casino is doing well. They expanded with a new room that'll hold up to 120 new slot machines and games. So success is great right now.
Yeah, it sounds like you're on a fly since even when Will spoke to you. You mentioned several of the tribal casinos, though. Why are you so successful with tribal gaming operators?
Well, I think with the gaming operators, that's what they do really well. They operate their casinos very well, but they're also looking for brands to accelerate experiences within the casino themselves. And some of them have their own F&B departments. Some of them, look to the outside for franchise and license deals. But more than anything, we can really help the casinos bringing in the Rock and Brews concept. That also attracts more people to come to the casino, for our food and our rock and roll experience and live entertainment, but then it transforms them into gamers as well.
Right. You revealed your plans again last year about expanding your sports betting offering, and I just wanted how you mentioned about the different offerings within your kind of whole offer, but what specifically you've been doing on the sports betting side?
So on the sports betting side, we're really more of a venue for people to come that are either placing bets at the casino, looking for a place to watch the games, grab a bite to eat, and so on. So we're not exactly involved directly with the gaming of sports betting, rather a venue. Now, several of our casinos use us because they don't have their own sports book, sort of speak, like you might find in Vegas with big screens and so on. But at Rock and Brews, we have some big 16-foot LED walls, and some of them are even larger. That is a wonderful place, not only to watch the rock and roll experience that we would put up, but then on Monday nights, Thursday nights, Sunday all day with Sunday Ticket, we're playing the football games they might be placing bets on kiosks outside the Rock and Brews, but we're giving them a place with a wonderful bar and beer selection and so on. So really, great venue, for watching sports.
Well, you mentioned venue. One of the things that, again that you flagged was that you had I think you were starting or you just about to get launched off like 1,000 seat concert bar
Yeah.
performance kind of venue as well. I just wonder, how's that? Has that actually launched and what's that like?
Fantastic. So that's the Rock and Brews Concert Bar, which is next to our Rock and Brews restaurant at the A Casino up in Richfield, Washington. And
Okay.
it is just a spectacular facility that we came into a space. And another thing that we do really well with our design team is we come into a space, a restaurant space that, might not quite have worked well for the casino, whether it was the way it was built, way it was ran, might have been an outside vendor that came in. And we came into this space and totally transformed the restaurant. And then they had a music theater next to it. We took out
Mm.
about 65 feet of wall space and connected the two of them. So when you're
Okay.
standing in the restaurant, you can see out into the Rock and Brews concert hall. So right now at Alene Casino, they're programming 4 to 5 nights a week of live music and entertainment. Last week they showed the big UFC fight on, just an enormous screen, and so it's not only just a concert hall. It's a venue and a multi-purpose venue with lots of flexibility for the casino to do different events in it. Mainly music. It's set up as a music hall, but it can be flexible enough to do all kinds of different things, including conferences, private dining, etc.
One of the things you were mentioning also was about attracting more 21 plus year olds into casino venues and using you as the kind of conduit to that. I mean, is that something that you say is that an ongoing thing? Has it been successful? Can you kind of point at a definite kind of figure that's, it's happening right now?
Certainly, rock and roll spans across many age groups. Even right now, country is very big out there, and so much of the country is very much like country rock and roll, right? So we want to make sure that we're grabbing all age parts in there. And what's really neat about the Rock and Brews concept, and even the one that I just spoke about up in Washington, they're
Mm.
bringing in families as well. So many of these casinos have hotels. They have great swimming pools, even water parks associated with them. So they're bringing in a younger audience where mom and dad might be playing at night, but they need a place to eat with the kids. And we have been able to we've brought in the casinos that are under 21 in certain areas, and the way they have them laid out, we've become a place actually in some of our Rock and Brews that families can come in, enjoy a great lunch or dinner. Kids might go up to the rooms or do something else in a water park or a gaming area.
Yep.
And it's just a great place for a whole family. So not only just, the 21s and up, which we're definitely attracting, but the families love us as well.
And I was just kind of interested that when you said about the different the scale, you had the sports betting where you that kind of you help the casino when they don't have a space for it and you create that
Yeah.
environment. You've got 1,000 seats concert stadium. In terms of size and scale of the offer, I mean, they all can't be 1,000 seat stadiums, but how bespoke are your locations in terms of, and how do you work with the operator in terms of their needs?
Sure. Well, our venues are anywhere from 5,000 square feet, and where we have this one with the concert hall is well over 15,000 square feet. So we generally we're working with, we call it third generation space, that there was something there already and they need to change a concept out. So Rock and Brews comes in. So oftentimes we're given the four walls to work within. But as in the case with A Casino, where we had two rooms next to each other, we came in and put a design plan together for them to open that space up.
Right.
So it really is tailored to the needs of specific casinos. We are working on a ground up build right now, that will come around in 2025.
Okay.
And that one, we actually, we get to work with the floor plan and kind of adjust walls and how we want, and work with, the tribe and their council and their gaming commission, as well as their architects to, really design something really neat from scratch, ground
Right.
up.
I mean, you've created a concept that complements the the casino's offering. How do you yourselves continue to develop and grow? I mean, many themed offers can become a little bit stale as well. How do you keep mixing up? I mean, TGI Fridays just actually went into administration in the UK today as a kind of a themed offer. How do you keep it fresh, Adam?
Keeping it fresh is exactly what we do. So every Rock and Brews that you walk into is different in some way, whether it's the artwork on the walls, the sculptures that you see, the layout of the footprint, even down to the menu, where generally 70% of our menu is the same across the country, but as you get into different regions, tastes are different. California likes it a little more spicy than they do in Wisconsin. So we really look at the area and focus the best we can on how do we tailor this Rock and Brews that we're building for somebody more to the needs of the local community. And then we love to bring in local elements to it. So, when we go into a different state, who are the great rock musicians that came from that area? And we really play up some of our intellectual property to those specific artists. Because of course people know who they are. They associate with them even more so in their region.
Yeah, I think I saw one of your menus. I think it was an Alice Cooper. I don't want to say burger, but it was an Alice Cooper something, definitely.
It was. Yeah, so so about 3 to 4 times a year we work with different rock and roll celebrities and put together really neat collaborations. And Alice is a perfect example. So we took Alice. He had a really great hot sauce, call it his poison sauce, right? And we made the poison burger out of it. And we generally do these as limited time offers to see how they do. And his did fantastic. It did so well, we actually put it on our core menu, and you can get a poison burger anywhere in the country. But I will warn you, it is hot. So
I can do my own Hot Ones experience with it. Okay, well, with G2E around the corner, I did want to ask you about what progress you're making on securing, and you kind of teased this last year, but is there a chance of a Rock and Brews location on the Vegas Strip?
There's definitely still a chance of a Rock and Brews on the Vegas Strip. We're not ready to announce exactly. We're looking at a couple different areas, and there's a potential collaboration with that Rock and Brews that would be really neat and special. So stay tuned. In 2025, we hope to have an announcement on that.
Okay, well, make sure you let us know. And is there anything more concrete in terms of any international expansion as well since you last spoke to us?
Not at this time. We've really stayed focused here in the United States. We have a lot of ground to cover here, but I think we're definitely out there. If we found the right partner to work outside of the United States, we'd love to find somebody and work very closely and start expanding that way.
So finally, what's the actual footprint now? I think I got a press announcement from you guys probably July, and it was talking about the 26 locations plus the ones that you were opening just then. You mentioned a couple of tribal ones, but into 2025, what's your actual where you are now and where are you projecting you're actually going to be by the end of next year?
Sure. Yep. We're at 24 right now, and we've with what we have on the board, without adding more projects, we should be seeing it for sure another 3 to 4 more units, up to 27 or 28 by the end of 25.
Okay. Well, good luck with opening all of those. Thank you for updating. Also, kind of filling in the details for our audience as to what the synergy is there between Rock and Brews and Casino. Not just an American kind of restaurant chain. You are kind of embedded into the casino kind of culture at the same time. I'm not sure if you're at G2E in a few weeks' time. If you are, it would be great to kind of catch up and say hi at least. But good luck with all those big plans, and hopefully we can catch up maybe in 2025 and just find out where the Rock and Brews trajectory is kind of still heading.
That would be great. Love to see you in a couple weeks out here in Las Vegas. Let's make sure we do that. And it's always great to catch up with you guys. We appreciate your time.
No, brilliant. Thanks a lot, Adam. I'll catch you soon. Bye.
Thanks.
Hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you want to watch more, why not subscribe to our channel? Just click here.